The other day, I got a text from a teacher. Can you build a fish tank for my classroom? I say yes. Then I checked my calendar. I had a flight to the Dominican Republic in 48 hours. Suddenly, I have 2 days to build a complete self-cleaning aquarium, let it cycle while I'm gone, and deliver it to 20 kids when I get back. This is a race against time. Déjame contarte. The clock was ticking, so I got 3 school-themed designs. A bright yellow bus, una pila de lápices, y mi favorito, a bundle of crayons. And of course, because you already saw the thumbnail and the intro, I went for the crayons. Of course, I had 2 rules. This tank has to be safe for the Betta and easy for the teacher to maintain. So I immediately went to Petco to get a fish tank, and when I got there, I realized it was closed. Está cerrado. They close really early on Sundays. Anyway, but there was no time to lose. Back home, I started modeling the snap-on covers to hide the black edges of the tank, and I started 3D printing. I even generated this playful background with AI. I sliced it into 2 pieces in Canva, and I saved it for later to print. Finalmente, in the morning I was able to go to Petco to get this fish tank. It is 5.5 gallon, which is the minimum size for a Betta. Y cuando llegué a la casa, I put it on the table, I cleaned it a little bit, and I started putting the covers. Rosado, amarillo, morado, naranja, rojo, amarillo, y verde. You know, all the colors. For the aquarium light, I printed these covers, verde y amarillo. Suddenly, the fish tank was looking like it belongs to an art class. The background went on next. 2 sheets of waterproof paper, tape on the back for instant depth, profundidad en español. And you are probably wondering, why do I have a fish tank with a microphone inside? Well, for this next part, I'm going to let one fish do all the talking. Go ahead, mister. Go ahead. The microphone. Go to the microphone like we spoke, remember?
Now for the base. Gravel and sand look nice, but they're messy to clean. A teacher's nightmare. We wanted a self-cleaning tank, so he used a prototype of his patent-pending modular planting system. Each module is like a container that has a thin layer of substrate, a slit sponge lid to keep the substrate inside and hold the plants, plus an integrated water flow system underneath. Think under gravel filter plus planter, but smarter.
Okay, that was perfect. You have a better English than me. Now we go with the parts of the crayons. Go ahead.
Kids love crayons, but there were no decent 3D models online. So my human-designed hollow crayons from scratch. Smooth, fin-shaped tubes large enough for a Betta to swim through. And printed a rainbow army. Stacking them into towers and pyramids failed miserably. By 1 a.m., he gave up and went to bed.
Okay, for this next part, I actually forgot to... Hey, don't go away. Can you hear me? For this next part, I actually forgot to hit the record button. And I need you to say that you did it overnight. You know, that you made the composition of the crayons.
That's when I took over. Overnight, I arranged the crayons into a single arching crayon branch, with rocks hidden inside each to make sure they'd sink. Think jungle gym for fish. Fingers crossed, nothing floated.
Okay, that was a great job. Now we go with the Act 4, that is the planting and filtration.
There was no time to shop for plants, so he harvested from his own little greenhouses. Bacopa and Rotala for height, hairgrass and glossostigma for carpeting, and of course, Java moss. The cuttings slid neatly into the sponge lids, shorter plants in front, taller stems behind, and moss wrapped around the crayon joints like vines.
With the moss, I didn't wrap it around. I just glued the moss on the parts that had the paper with the glue, you know? So, but it's okay, it was okay.
So he put the crayon branch into place and started filling the tank with water. Immediately, the entire thing bobbed to the surface like a raft. Air trapped inside the hollow crayons kept it afloat. So he grabbed a drill and added tiny vent holes. Take 2, and it finally sank. Now to the filtration. To power the system, he designed a clear filter box that hangs behind the tank. A small pump pushes water through the planting modules. A U-shaped siphon bridge returns it by gravity. He even added this little priming tube to remove the air from the waste bridge, using this syringe and a piece of tubing, so he doesn't need to use his mouth. Silent, steady circulation, and easy maintenance. By midnight, the tank was filled, conditioned, and left cycling on a shelf.
After that, I was able to take my flight from New York to Dominican Republic, and like any other vacation, it just lasted like 5 seconds.
4 weeks later, he carried the fully grown tank into the classroom. It had been drained to a few inches for transport. The kids lit up at the sight of it. He quickly set it on a table, then spotted a problem. There was no outlet on that side of the room. But with the teacher's help, he slid the whole table across the room while the kids giggled. Crisis averted. With 20 minutes until nap time, he topped the tank to the rim with pure water they got from a place called Target, installed an improved filter box with a built-in water change port, and new little 3D printed containers for the sponges, primed the siphon, and switched on the pump. The system came to life and immediately 20 wide-eyed kids crowded around, whispering about the giant crayons. He floated a 3-month-old Betta in his cup to acclimate.
I like the color.
But sadly, nap time arrived. The kids had to go to sleep, and he didn't have time to release the Betta. In a month, the tank had turned into a jungle. Moss hugged the crayons like vines. The carpet filled in and the water stayed crystal clear. The ecosystem was thriving, and the class had a living world to marvel at.